Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
All right, how are you guys? How are you all?
Good,
Fine. Wait,
Alhamdulillah, sir. Fine. What about you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm very good. Okay, so let's start the class now. Most of the students are joined, so we should start now. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right, great. Okay, so we will start with quiz. We are going to start with quiz. Whatever concept we have discussed in yesterday class, or not yesterday class, but the previous classes, we will revise that concept based on quiz. Okay, we will play quiz in order to revise the concepts. Okay, if you have seen the recordings or if you have joined the classes, previous classes, means you are able to give the correct answer of this quiz. Okay, so let me just start it. Okay, so the first question is, I hope it is visible to all, everyone. Please confirm once.
Yes, sir.
visible.
Okay, it is visible. So which method is used to add an element to the end of the list? So which is the correct answer?
Append, sir.
So append is a method which is used to add the element. Okay, add the element end of the list. Okay, like what is the mean of element? Can anyone tell me what is the mean of element? What is element here? Everyone, please be interactive. Okay, don't feel fear to speak. Like what if you will speak, you may incorrect. Okay, you may not correct, so it doesn't mean you are failure or something else. Don't think like people will laugh on you, because people also don't know, students also don't know sometime, but we feel like people will laugh on us. So don't feel like that, just try to speak up. Anyone, what's the element?
Any specific object or value?
Okay, we can say any specific object. So object is correct answer. See, in a list we can store the objects. Okay, and objects which belongs to particular class. It may belongs to the integer class, it may belongs to the float class, it may belongs to the complex class. Okay, so these are the classes, and objects are what? Integer. Like for example, I'm writing 10, 20, 30. So these are what? Objects of integer class. If I'm writing here true and false, so these are the object of which class? True and false are the object of which class?
Boolean.
Boolean.
Bool class. Okay, boolean class we can say. So this is, so my next question is, can we keep similar type of object inside the list, or different types of object are also allowed?
Only similar type.
No, that is not the correct answer. This similar type of object also we can keep inside the list, right? So list can be a heterogeneous data can hold by the list. Okay, so in order to append, I mean in order to add item or element at the end of the list, so which is the correct answer? Append. We can use append function. Yes, that is the correct. And the second one is, which method can insert an element at the specific index in a list? Means based on the index position, which is the method responsible to insert the element, add the element in the list? Which one
Insert.
is?
Index function.
Okay, index
Index
function.
function.
What index function do? Basically it returns the index value of particular element. Okay, let's say I want to check what is the
Insert.
index value
Insert,
of
sir.
10, so it will return what? Index. So I don't want to return the index, I want to insert based on the index. So this is the insert function which is responsible to insert an element based on the index. Okay, understood? Or should I give you example of this insert, or you are understanding?
Understanding, sir.
Sir, give
Let's
an example now.
Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, see, let me tell you first, our list can store heterogeneous data because it is not like a array in like C language or C++ where array can store only one type of element, but it can hold different types of elements. Suppose I'm writing here true, this is boolean value. I'm writing here 10.5, this is what? Float value. And I'm writing here 5 plus 10j, so this is what? Complex value. Okay, this is a complex value. So our data is same or different? Our elements are same or different?
Different.
Our
Different.
elements are different. Okay, so suppose I want to add one more element at the end of the list. So how can I how can I add an element at the end of the list? I will write the list name. Our list name is L1, and here I can write dot, and I can call append method. Okay, and here I'm writing one string here. What is my string name? Okay, what is my string name? Added. So this element I want to add at the end of the list. So will it be added or not? Yes, it will be added, but where? At the end of the list. So if I will print L1, if I will print L1, so you will see updated list. Okay, so this is what? Updated list. Okay, one extra element added, but I don't want to add in last, I want to add after 10.5. So I want to add where? After 10.5. So what is the index of true? Index value of true is 0. What is the index value of 10.5? Which is 1,
One.
right? Which is 1. So after 1 means after this 1, and what is the index value of this? 2. So here
Two.
at the 2 index value I want to add another string. So in this situation I need to mention index. So I cannot use here append, I need to use here extend. No, not sorry, not extend, but insert. Okay, so here first we will mention the index position, which is 2, and I want to add here what? Python. I want to add here what? Python. So what will happen at the second index position? It will add Python. So if I will print the updated list L1, so it will display Python here. Are you understanding what is the mean of like append? What is the mean of insert? And list is also can contain different types of value. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Suppose
Yeah.
I want to know what's the index value of this added string. So how can I fetch? I will write here L1, and here I will write index, because I don't know what's the index value of added. So here I will write my element name. My element is string or integer? This element which is in last position, is it string or integer?
I guess it
String.
is spring, sir.
Sorry,
String.
Spring. Spring.
it's string. So string we write inside the single quote or double quote. So here I will write the element name. So what it will display? It will display the position. So what is the index value? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so what it is returning? 4. So the index value of added is 4. Are you understanding, everyone? Do you have any doubt as of now?
No.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so what's the correct answer of this question?
Insert.
Okay, insert is the correct answer.
Yes.
Next question is, what does the extend method do? Remove an item from the list, adds a single element to the end of the list, adds multiple elements on an iterable to the list, stores the elements of the list. I mean sort the elements of the list. Which one is correct?
Add a single
Sir,
element.
adds a end element to the end of the list.
Can you please tell me the color of the correct option?
Blue color, sir.
Blue color. Adds a single element to the end of the list.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's try. Suppose I also don't know what is the correct answer, so we can try. Okay, this id this is what interactive mode. We are using ideally interactive mode. So on interactive mode we can test our commands or code. Okay, so if somebody asks you why we use interactive mode, so you can say for testing purpose, for learning purpose, or for executing one or two line, for executing one line of code. So that is why we use interactive mode, and this is what interactive mode. So here we can see, here we can check about the extend function. Suppose my element is what I'm writing here, l1 is my list, l1 dot extend. Okay, l1 dot extend. I want to add one element using extend, which is 10. I want to add 10. Is it possible to, will it add our element, integer element, in the list? Let's see. Press enter. So it is giving what? It is giving error. What error it is giving? Type error. Int object is not iterable. Okay, so can I add one element using append? Can I add one element using append? Suppose 10. Now it is appending. Append can append single element, which is 10. Okay, so suppose, let me just print and let's see whether it's appending or not. See, this is added. So can we say extend adds a single element to the end of the list? Is it true? The blue one is true?
False.
It is
No,
false.
sir, it is false.
Okay,
Sir,
so
yellow is correct.
Sir, yellow one adds
Maybe
multiple
yellow.
elements for an iterable to the list.
okay,
Yellow one.
what's the mean of iterable? Can anyone tell me what's the mean of iterable? See, iterables are what? Collections. Whatever the collections data types are there, known as iterable. Okay, for example, I'm writing here l1 extend. Extend what? Extend. I'm writing here, suppose 10. What will happen? Will it append or not? Will it append in the list or not? Tell me. Any guess? 10 will add it to the list or not? See, 10 here is what? Here 10 is what? String. 10 here is
Yes.
what? String, which is, we can say, iterable. Okay, because string is what type? Collection type. Okay, and collection data types implement iterables. So we can say it can append, because extend function can append more than one value or single value, but the value must be iterable. Okay, so 10 is string is a part of collection, so it can append 10. Okay, so if I will write here l1, so it will display the list. Okay, so it is appending what? 1 it is appending here, and 0 is appending here, like that it is appending. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here, right, l1 dot extend. Okay, can I append here one tuple? Can I append one tuple in last, like 10, 20, 30? Can I append it? Because tuple is also what? Iterable, which is collection data type. We discussed about collection data types now. How many of you remember? Please raise your hand, those who are remember about the collection data types and scalar data types. How many of you know? Raise your hand. Okay, Sai Lakshmi, Arsla, Sana, Juberia, Mamta also know. Okay, let's see one more time. One more time, those who missed the classes. So we discussed about what? We discussed about in previous classes we have discussed about data types in Python. So Python data types are divided into two category, which is scalar and collection. Okay, so scalar data types, this is the list of scalar data types, and these are the collections data type. So with the help of extend, whenever you are writing extend function, so any collection any sequence, any collection, any set, any mapping it can allow. Okay, so extend will allow these all the methods, but extend will not allow any of these methods. Okay, let me show you. For example, I'm taking an example of float. I want to append one float element. I want to append one float element using extend. Okay, so 10.5. Can I append it? It is giving error because this is float is what type? Float is what? Scalar type. So scalar is not allowed. If you will take any other example from this, for example, I want to append one set. Okay, set I want to append. So will it append or not? Okay, so for example, I'm writing here L1 dot extend, and here I'm taking one set. How to represent set? We represent set with curly braces. Okay, so 10, 20 and 30. So will it add this set inside the L1 list? Let's see. Yeah, it's there is no error, means this set is added in which list? In L1 list. If I write here L1, so will it display updated list or like not updated list? It will display updated list, mean new list. Okay, so it is showing updated list. So are you understanding? Are you understanding about extend function? What type of element extend can add in the list? Collection types of elements. Okay, add adds multiple elements or n iterable to the list. Okay, so this one is the correct answer. What will pop do if no index is specified? What's the
Remove the last.
remove
Remove the
the
first element.
remove the first elements? Let's see. I also don't know what it do. So what I will do, I will check this method, okay, on interactive mode, and I'm writing here L1 dot pop without indexing. What it is saying, what our question is saying, what will pop do if no index is specified? So I'm not specifying any index, I'm
Remove.
just writing what pop. So what will be the output of this? Anyone? This is our list, this is our L1 list. So what will be the output of this pop? Those who have attended the classes, please tell me the answer.
It will remove last element.
So
It will
what?
remove the last element and display.
Okay, so what it is doing, it is removing which element? The last element it is removing,
Yes.
right? Okay, so it has removed the last element. Suppose I want to remove the first element, then what can I do? I need to mention the index
Index
while
number.
writing the pop. So I need to mention the index. So what is the index of true?
0.
0. So we
0.
will write here 0, and it is removing. True has removed. So if you will write here L1, so true is not there, right? So like that it's working. So which one is the correct answer?
Remove the last element.
Uh, yes. Let me check the question. The last has been added in a set. I'm not getting your question. Could you please write completely what actually you want to ask, Sabina? Do you have a question? Okay. The last has been the whole session. So when we will use pop, so it will remove the last element. When we will use the pop, so it will remove the last element. For example, I'm writing here L1 dot pop, so it will remove the last element. And if I will again write the same pop, so it will remove the last element. So for example, if you are repeating this 5 times, so all the time it will remove elements from the last. For example, let's
Sir,
see. Yes. Yes.
Sir, I guess she asked that you added a tuple in last. So it
Okay.
should remove whole tuple set, no? Why it is removing 30 only, I guess.
Okay. Let's see once again the example. For example, I have L1, L2. Okay, and in L2, I'm writing like simple elements 20, 10, 20, 30. Okay, so these are the elements. Okay, so using extend, I'm taking, okay, suppose L2 dot extend, and here I'm taking one set. Okay, and inside the set I'm writing here what A, B, and C. Okay, this is my set. So this is what appended in L2 list. So if I write here L2, so what is happening? This set is appended into this list. So my list elements are what 10, 20, 30 and B, C, A. Okay, why it is not coming ordered wise? Because in set order is not preserved. It doesn't mean if you are writing A first, so A will display first, because this is what unordered collection. Set is what unordered collection, right? So okay, so if you will write L2 dot pop here, L2 dot pop here, so it will remove A. So if you will display L2, so it is displaying the remaining elements, right? So this is how it is working. I think are you clear now, Sabina? Was it your question? Okay. So for example, see here, if I will append a list here is, okay, let me create one more L3. I'm creating L3 list, and here I'm creating 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so I have list L3, and here I want to append one more list. Okay, so L L3, inside the L3 I want to append more than one element as a list. Okay, as a list. And what are the elements? Elements are like A, okay, B and C. Okay, so list is what? List is ordered collection. List is what? Ordered collection, or insertion order is preserved. So in what order you are inserting the element, it will display in the same order. So first is what? A is there, then B is there. So in the same order it will append. So when I press the enter, and if I will check L3 now, so it will display in the same order. We inserted A first, then B, then C. So it is displaying in the same order, right? Suppose I'm writing here, I'm creating one more list L4, and L4 I'm writing here what 10, 20 and 30, right? And this time I want to add one string. I want to append one string. Okay, so string we can append using extend, because string is what? Collection type. So here I am writing what? A, B, C, D. So what will happen? This ABCD is not a one element. ABCD is not a single element. What it will do, when it will store inside the list, so will A will be stored as a separate element, and B will store as a separate element, and C will store as a separate element. In which list? In H4 list. L4 list it will be stored separately. Okay, so if I will print L4 here, so it is coming like this: 10, 20, 30 A, B, C, D. Okay, like that it is coming. Okay, so if you want to pop it, just write here pop, and it will remove elements like this.
Sir,
Yes, yes, tell me.
L2 I have doubt.
Yes, please ask.
L2, L2.
In what?
10, 20, 30. In sequence is there, no? But here is coming L3, L4 is sequence. But in L2, it is not in sequence.
Okay, L2 it is not in sequence.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, L2 is not a sequence, but L3 is a
L3
sequence.
and
Is there?
L4 is a sequence.
Okay,
Difference between them, sir.
okay. Yes, I got your question. Is there anyone who can give the like good answer of this question? Anyone? want to explain the difference, why this coming in ordered wise, why here L2 is not coming ordered
Like
wise?
you are using like curly brackets.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the reason.
I want someone from the students who can explain it. Otherwise, I will explain. Sai Lakshmi, Juberia, Mamta, and who is there? Let's see. Are you guys able to explain? Anyone? Okay, who is Sabina? You want to explain? Okay, so let me explain why this is coming, see, here we are extending means we are adding elements inside L2 list, but we are adding more than one element. So this more than one elements are what? Set. We are appending one set, and set is what? Unordered collection. Means whenever you are inserting elements in the list, it doesn't mean whenever you are appending a set element inside the list, it doesn't mean it will store in the same order. Order can be different because it is what? Unordered. Set is what? Unordered collection. That's why the order changed. But here list, here is what? List start with square brackets. Okay, this is the list, and in list is what? Ordered collection. Means in what order you are inserting the elements inside the list, in the same order it will display. So this is a simple difference. Here we are appending what? Set, and here we are adding what? List, right? For example, let's say I'm creating s is equals to, okay, a, okay, 10, b, okay, 20, and if I write here s, so is it in the same order I inserted or different order?
No.
It is in different order. Okay, suppose I'm creating list, and inside the list I'm giving the same elements as I have given inside the set. So you will see the difference. So if I will print L now, so is it in same order or not?
Yes, sir.
It is in same order. So I hope you understood the
Yes, sir.
answer
Yes, sir.
now. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay, you're welcome. Next. So what's the correct answer of this?
Remove the last element.
Remove the last element. Okay, good. The next question is, which of the following method is used to count the occurrence of an element in a list?
Count, sir. Count.
So there is a count method. Suppose I have some elements inside the list. Okay, so I have, okay, so suppose this is what? L1. Inside the L1 there are different types of elements. I want to remove all the elements at once from the L1 because I want to use L1 once again. So what can I do in order to remove all the elements at once? Anyone? How we can remove? Sai Lakshmi? How we can remove all the elements at once?
Using clear function.
Yes, using clear method we can clear all the elements from the list. So if I will write here L1, so L1 is empty. Okay, so I want to append, I want to add more than one elements inside the L1. So here I will use extend function, and I want to add elements like 1 1 1 2 3 4, okay, 5, and then 1 1 1. Okay, so these are the elements I want to append inside what? L1 list. So if I will print L1 now, so these elements are printing. Okay, I want to check the occurrence of one, how many times one is coming inside the list. So if you want to check the occurrence of any elements, or if you want to count the duplicates element, so what you will do, you will use count method. So L1 dot count, and which value you want to count, just write the value here. So if I will press the enter, so it is displaying what? 6. So 1 is coming 6 times, 3 times it is coming here, and 3 times it is coming here. So are you understanding, everyone? What count does?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
count.
yes, no.
Okay. Next question is, which of the following statements about tuples is false? Just read the statements and give the correct answer.
Tuples are not allow indexing.
Tuple are not allowed indexing. Okay, so for example, I'm creating here one tuple. Okay, I'm creating here T1. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, these are the elements. I want to access this 40 elements. So what is the index value of 40? 0, 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the index value of 40. So can I write like T1 and inside the square bracket, can I write here 4? 4 is the index value. So if it is giving the answer as 40, so means tuple allows indexing, otherwise it doesn't allow. Okay, 4 means 50. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so T1 3. Okay, so what it is giving? 40. So means it is allowing indexing. Tuple is allowing indexing. If I check the type of T1, so what is the type? Type is tuple, and tuple is allowing indexing, means we can perform indexing. So it is not the correct. What we have to tell? We have to tell the false statement.
Green is false.
Tuple does not allow. Okay, okay, I understood. I thought you guys have to tell the correct, but yes, definitely tuples do not allowing indexing. That is false. Yes, good. What is the result of concatenating two tuples? Okay, tuple 1 and tuple 2. If I will concatenate it, what will be the answer? Which one is correct? Give me the answer.
Blue.
Red color.
Okay, so the correct answer is the the blue one. Okay, why? Because whenever we create the tuple, whenever we display the tuple or represent the tuple, so tuple represent by the parenthesis. Okay, and with the square brackets we represent to the list, so tuple we represent with parenthesis. Okay, so concatenation means merging two list, so this is the merging. What does the multiplication operation do? I mean tuple asterisk and do, what it will do? What is the correct answer?
Green color.
So it is blue. Repeats the tuple n times.
Okay, so the correct answer is it repeats the tuples n time. Okay, how it repeats the tuples n time? So for example, I'm writing here t1 and I'm writing here 1 comma 2. Okay, and so t1 is what? 1 comma 2 means 1 and 2, two values are there, and inside the n I'm writing here 3. So if I will multiply t1 with n, so what will happen? So 1 and 2 repeating how many time? 3 time. So 1 2 then 1 2 then 1 2, so repetition is coming. Okay, so tuple elements will repeat n time, so repeat the tuple n times, so that is the correct. Which of the following method clear all the elements from a list? Very simple.
Green color.
Okay,
Green. It is green one.
okay, so green one is correct. Which method reverse a list in place?
So red. Reverse.
Okay, so reverse is the method which can reverse the list item. Okay, so for example, this is the tuple. Can I convert this tuple into list? Can I convert this tuple into list? See, we have t1. T1 is what? Tuple. Okay, t1 is what? Tuple, right? So can I convert t1 into list? Yes. So for example, I'm writing here L1 and I will write here list function. List function is used to create list. So I will convert this T1. So see, L1 also having the same element but in the form of list. So if you want to reverse these elements, just you will write L1 dot reverse. Now print L1. So 2 and 1 is coming, right? So the reverse is responsible to reverse the list. Okay, so okay, that's good. Means I hope you understood through this MCQs, right? So let's start our lecture now. Okay, suppose we have these values. Suppose we have these values. Can okay, let's me create this value. So see, do you know about range function, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose I want to create this list. I want to create this list using range function. So how we can create? How we can create? I don't want to create the list like this. Okay, let me just reopen the ideally. Okay, so I don't want to create L1 something like 10, 20, 30. Okay, 100 time. I don't want to create like this. I want to create in just like in simple way. So how we can create it?
Using range data type.
Using range data type. We will write range. Then can we mention here 10, starting with 10 and ending with what? Ending it with 101. Sorry, 101. Okay, 101. Why I am writing? Because it will start with 10 and it will stop with 100. Okay, it will not include the 101. Less than 101 it will increase. Okay, so after 10 how much it is increasing? After 10 it is increasing 10 time. Okay, means 10 then 20. Okay, means it is the step value should be what? 10, right? So will it create the list? Will it create the list? Okay, uh, okay, raise your hand if you want to learn the range data type. How many of you clear with range data type? And those who are not clear with range data type, just raise your hand. So I will re-explain it. Anyone else? Okay, Sana also. Okay, so let's understand range data type once again. So basically range is what? Collection data type. Okay, range is what? Collection data type. So range function we use basically with for loop. So let me take programming mode. Okay, okay, range is what? Range is collection data type. Okay, and range function takes three things. Okay, range function takes three things. And what are the three things? Can anyone tell me? Juberia, can you please tell me what is the first thing it takes?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Okay, this range
For
function,
I in range,
range data type takes three parameters. So what are the three parameters?
start value, stop value, and step
Okay,
value.
so it takes start value, and the second thing it takes stop value. Okay, it
And
takes
step value.
stop value, and it takes what? Step value. Okay, so how we can use this start, step, and stop? So see, so whenever we write range function, so we mention here start value. Suppose I'm writing here start value is what? 10. Sorry, start value is 1. Okay, and if I'm writing here stop value is 10. Okay, so what is my stop value is 10, and each time I want to increment one value. Okay, so what I mentioned here, let me just explain you more clearly. Okay, so suppose this is my starting point. This is what my starting point, which is 1. Okay, this is what my start, right? And this is what my stop. What is the stop? Stop is 10. If you're writing stop is 10, so it will stop at 9. Okay, because it doesn't include the stop value. Okay, so that's why it will go up, the stop value will become 9. Okay, and each time it is taking one step. Okay, so this is what one step. Okay, so each time it will take one step. So this is what plus 1. So 1 plus 1, that is 2. Okay, again it will take an one step, so it will become 3. Again it will take another step, 4, and another step, this is what 5, another step, this is what 6, 7 and 8, and finally it will reach to the stop point. Okay, so it is working. Suppose if I increase the stop value by 2, I mean step value by 2, so what will happen? It will start with 1, but this time it will go something like that. It will take 2 steps, so 1 plus 2, so what will be the value? 3. Okay, so after that, after 3 it will jump with 2 steps. 3 plus 2 is what? 5, so it will come here on 5. Okay, and then it will come here plus 2, and then it will come here plus 2. Understanding? Okay, so like that it works. So basically we use it with for loop. So here I'm writing here for is a
So,
keyword. Yes, yes,
like when you were adding like plus 2, that was the step.
yes, yes.
And like the upper one, we that is the start function, that like you are starting that thing.
This is also a step. See,
Okay.
this is also step. So this is what? This is just a this value. This is step value. Okay, for example I'm writing here range. Okay, so start is 1 and stop is 10, and step is what? 1. So if step value is 1, so it will go like that. It will visit all the places. These are the places now. It will visit all the places. Suppose I change the step value. If I change the step value, so how it will work? It will not visit all the places. It will skip one place. Here it skipped one place. It will skip again one place. Why? Because the step value is 2. Suppose if I change the step value by 3, so these are the places. These are the places, suppose. So it will suppose it is standing on this place, it will jump by 2 places, 1 and 2, and on third place it will be there. It will be go. Okay, so this is why it is
Okay,
acting
sir,
like
got it.
this, because the step value we changed. Okay,
So, sir, it has some specified numbers, or the numbers will be increasing. Like the steps, we can take the any number
any
and we
number,
can increase, or
any
it
number.
will be like a specified number.
Any number you can give. Suppose see, my starting point is 1, my ending value is what? 10, and my step value is 3, so it is working. Suppose if I give my step value is what? 13, so will it print anything? Will it jump anywhere? So for example, these are the places. Okay, so it is standing here. Now it has to skip how many places? 13 places, means 12 places it has to skip, and on the 13th step it has to stand. But there are no 13 steps are there, so means it will not print anything. Let me just write code so that you can clearly understand the thing. Okay, so here what we write? We will write a variable name, any variable name we can write. Okay, I'm writing here Doraemon. Okay, Doraemon is our variable in range. Okay, and here this in is what? Membership operator. Don't be confused with this in. Just understand range here. Okay, so if I'm writing here 1 comma 5 comma 1. Okay, so 1 is what? Start point, 5 is what? Ending point, and 1 is what? Step value. Okay, so if I write here print, if I write here print, and if I write here Doraemon. Okay, so what will happen? It will print. Okay, it will print values. So this range method, this range data type will generate how many values? Okay, see, if stop value, if your stop value is what, if your stop value is 5, okay, if your stop value is 5, so it will generate values like 1 2 3 and 4. It will not include the last value. Okay, so it will generate how many values, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, because our step value is 1, so it is generating all the values, so it will print all the values from 1 to 4. So let me just execute it. So it is printing 1 to 4. Okay, but if you want like your like program should print values till 5, then you have to write here 6. So it will execute till 6, right? I mean 5 and 6 it will print. So it is printing. Okay, it will not print 6 because our stop value is what, 6. So it will execute, it will print, it will generate values 1 to 5. Okay, so it is generating. Suppose I am giving here stop value is like 11. Okay, so and each time I want to skip one value, so I'm giving step value is what, 2. So it will print now, it will generate values 1 and 2, it will skip and it will generate 3. Then 4 it will skip, it will generate 5. Then 6 it will skip, it will generate 7. Then 8 will skip and it will generate 9. Okay, then 10 will skip and it will not print 11. So these are the values it will print. Okay, so 1 3 5 7 and 9 it is printing. Okay, 1 3 5 7 9 it is printing, right? Suppose if you want to print even values only, okay, if you want to print even values only, then what you will do, you can start it with 0. Okay, so what it will print, it will print 0 and 0. After that 1 it will skip, 2 it will print, 3 it will skip, 4 it will print, 5 it will skip, 6 will print. Okay, 7 will skip, 8 will print. Okay, and then 9 will skip and 10 it will print, it will generate 10 and here it will print. Okay, so if I execute it, so it is printing 0 to 10 even numbers it is printing. Okay, but suppose you want like after printing each number, after printing each number, it should end with some symbol. Okay, I mean what I'm trying to say, it should display numbers like 1, okay, then 2, okay, then 3, like that it should display. So what we will do, we will change the behavior of this print. Here I will use and is responsible to change the behavior of print. So like that it will print. Okay, so see in previously, not previously, just see. So it is coming like this, right? What is the default behavior of this print? What is the default behavior of this print method? Anyone?
Sir, because they are using the string like and symbol we are using.
What is the default behavior, I'm asking?
It's printing horizon.
To display.
The default behavior is what? New line. The default behavior is new now, new line. Okay, backslash n. So I changed the default behavior. What I'm saying, and it with this symbol, not the new backslash n. So that's why it, instead of new line, it is printing what, this symbol. Okay, suppose if I write here this also, so it will print this also. Okay, so it is come, it will come in single line, it will come in single line, so it is coming in single line. See, if I'm not writing here and, if I'm not writing here and, so what will happen then, what is the default behavior? If I'm not writing and behavior of the print, so the default behavior is new line. So after printing 0, it will print 2 in new line. After printing 2, it will print 4 in new line. Are you understanding, guys, what I'm trying to say? So after printing 0,
Understanding,
it
sir.
is printing 2 in new line. Okay, each element it is printing in new line. So what was my question? My question was like, can you print this list without writing the elements manually? So this can be done using list comprehension. Okay, we discussed list comprehension when we are discussing about list comprehension, but I didn't discuss in detail. So in list comprehension, what we will do, we will create one list. Suppose L1 is a variable, and we have written what, square brackets, and here what we will mention, we will mention here what, suppose I am writing here what, Nobita. Okay, and after that what I will write here, I will write here for loop. For, don't be confused by this syntax is simple. Okay, so don't be confused. If you will practice it one or two times, you will feel easy it, so don't worry about this. So for, and here you will write Nobita in range. Okay, in which range? Nobita is range of, it will starting with 10, it is starting with 10, and it is ending with 100. So it is ending with 100 means 101. Okay, and each time what is the step? So step is not plus 1 here, step plus 1 means 11, but the second step here, it is what, 20, so means the 10 difference of 10. So the step value is what, 10. Okay, so this syntax will generate the values, these values this syntax will generate. See, Nobita is what, Nobita is a variable. Okay, so here for is a keyword, and here Nobita is variable. Okay, so what, see, this first starting value is what, here starting value is 10, so 10 will store inside what, try to understand the flow everyone, please be attentive and focus so that you can understand. This is very useful syntax, and interviewer asks most of the time these kind of syntax. So what happening here, range will produce which number first, it will produce 10. Are you understanding? Range will produce first number which is 10. Are you getting this? Are you getting?
Yes, sir, we are getting.
Range will generate first number which is 10, and this 10 will store here in this variable. Okay, from this variable this will store inside what, list. This variable is where, this variable is inside the list. So inside the list we have 10. Okay, first element is what, inside the list we have first element is what, 10. Okay, second time it will generate another element. It, what is the next step? Next step is what, plus 10. So plus 10, what is the next step? Next value will become 20. Okay, so 20, this 20 will store, this 20 will store in Nobita, and from Nobita it will go to the list. Okay, so second element is what, 20. Okay, so after it will add plus 10, it will add plus 10 in the same value, and it will produce another value which is 30, and 30 will store. Okay, this 30 will go to the Nobita, and it will store inside the list variable. Okay, see, this variable and this variable must be same, because this variable is taking what, element from the range and storing inside the list. Okay, let's see the output, let's check whether it's working or not, then we will discuss more. And let's print here L1, let's check whether data is coming or not. So see, our data is coming which is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, 60. Can I write here another name? Can I write here another name? Suppose I'm writing here N, and here I'm writing Nobita. Will it work? Let's see. So it is not working. So whenever you are using list comprehension, so first variable name should be same as the variable name beside what, for loop. Okay, so here I will write the same name, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, I want numbers from 1 to 100. I want numbers from 1 to 100. So each time what I am doing, I am step value, I am keeping 1. So it will start with 1, and each time it will increment 1. So it will print like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that it will print up to what, up to 100. It is coming, all the numbers are coming up to 100.
Yes, sir, it is coming.
Okay,
Sir, but the starting number and the ending number both should be same.
starting number. No, it is not like that.
We can take any of the numbers, right?
Yes, we can keep any value in the start, we can give any value in a step, but in a step there is a condition. I don't want to tell you right now the condition with a step, you will be confused. So the topic is comprehension, so it's better if you will like focus on the comprehension. Okay, see one more thing. For example, we have the output here, we have the output here. This data we are getting. Okay, this data we are getting, I want to filter this data, I want to filter out this data. I just want to delete all the elements which having odd numbers. I want to delete all the odd numbers, I want to keep only even numbers. So after writing range, after range, here we can write, here we can write condition also. We can write if condition, if Nobita modulus 2 is equals to 0, then only store Nobita inside the list. Okay, so see, one element came inside the Nobita, but now it is not going here in order to store, but instead of going here, it is going here in the condition. Okay, if the condition is true, means if the element is divisible by 2 completely and giving remainder is 0, then it will store. Okay, so first it will produce what, it will generate one number, store inside the Nobita, and it will check whether Nobita is divisible by 2 completely or not. So the answer is what, false, answer is false. So will it store inside the list or not? It will not store. Okay, and next time it will generate another element which is 2. Okay, so 2 is what, variable holding which element, 2. So 2 is divisible by 2 or not? So yes, 2 is divisible by 2, so it will store inside the list. So see, now if you will check the list, so it is coming only even numbers, only even numbers. Okay, let me give you now, let me tell you the simple way, let me tell you the simple way so that you can understand. Okay, these things we can do with for loop as well. Okay, so don't think I'm not able to understand this syntax and everything. See, this is the new for you all, this is the new concept for you all. If you will not if I will not teach you the new concepts, then your learning will not boost. So in order to boost your learning, you have to ready your mind, you have to means settle your mind in order to learn new things. So whenever you learn new things, some difficulty will come. It doesn't mean you are not understanding, your mind like unconsciously learning the syntax and new things. So don't worry, you will get. So for example, the same list I can create with for loop also. Okay, so for example, I have L1. L1 is what, initially L1 is what, empty. So can I write here for I in range, or we can write any variable, for example Nobita. Okay, Nobita in range. Okay, and I'm writing here range starting with 1 and ending with 101, and each time I'm writing here one step. Okay, and if I will write here, if I will print here Nobita, so what it will print, it will print 1 to 100 numbers. So it is printing 1 to 100 numbers. So is it in the form of list or not? Is it in the form of list or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It is in the form of list.
Seriously?
Yes, sir. It is like serial wise, right? It is
Okay.
in the list.
No,
No,
it's
sir.
not in the
See,
form of
It
list.
is not in
No,
list, sir. It is not in the form of list.
okay, so list means here in Python, list means square brackets. Okay, list means what? Square bracket. So if I check the type of square bracket, so what it will say? It will say list. So list means square bracket. If these elements wrapped with square brackets, then only we can say this is list. This is not the list. But what we have to do, we have to print elements inside what, inside the list. But this is not list. What we can do, how to add values into list. We already play quiz, so in quiz we covered this concept. So can anyone tell me how we can add the elements add these values. What are the values generated by range function? 1 2 3 4 5 6. How we can add these values in this empty list? Our list is empty, so how we can use? Okay, we don't want to
Yes,
reverse.
and
We do not want to reverse, we just want to add the elements. These elements I want to add in my list.
Added.
Okay, just give me the answer. Meanwhile, let me just connect my laptop with charger. Okay.
Sir, by append function,
Yes, definitely we can do. Yeah, that is the correct.
append function or extend function.
Which one will be correct? Both are used to add the elements, but which one is suitable here?
Extend.
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 Sir, extend function.
uh, can you please tell me why?
Extend is used to add single elements.
Extend is used to add single element or more than one elements?
Sir, it can add more elements.
It can add more elements, but our range function at a time generate one value. It will generate one. Okay, so what do you want to do with one? Just say here I want to print. Okay, one is stored in which variable? One is stored in Nobita variable. So I want to print one. So Nobita printing means one is printing. After printing one, it will generate another value which is 2, and 2 will store inside which variable? Nobita variable, and it will print Nobita means 2. And after printing 2, it will generate another variable, another value. So each time it is printing, it is generating one value. Okay, it is not generating all the values at the same time. It is generating one value at a time. So if we have to add one value at a time, which method we will use? We will use append. Okay, what we will use? Append. So L1 dot, can I write here append? And what you want to append? I want to append this Nobita variable, because Nobita variable is containing values what our range function is producing. Okay, so first it will give 1. Okay, 1 is stored inside what? Nobita. And just append this Nobita inside our list. Nobita. So here Nobita, I mean here uh, append method is useful. Okay, so will it print something? What it will print? It is not printing anything. Why it is not printing anything? Because we are not printing this L1 list. We are not printing this L1 list. Can I print L1 list? So if I will print the L1 list, so what it will display? It will display all the values, coming or not. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, so you can replace this Nobita by I. Okay, generally we use here I. Okay, so this is also you can replace by I. Okay, so for I in range, and this range is working like this. Suppose I'm writing here 10. Okay, so it will append how many values? It will append, like it will append 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, so will it add 10? Will it add 10?
No.
It will
Sir,
not.
it will end at 9. It will
It
end
will,
at 9.
yes, it will go up to 9 only. Okay, so these many values it will append, right? Okay, suppose if I write, uh, if I give the space here, and if I write this inside the loop, if I write this statement inside the loop, what will happen then? It will also repeat with this for loop. So see, so it is printing like this. Why it is printing like this? See, this is what? Part of the for loop. And for loop executing how many time? 9 time. Okay, these 9 time, because 9 time values are generating na, so this 9 time it is executing. So first time I will take one value and it will append one value inside what list. Okay, so inside the list what value we have? 1. Second time it will generate another value which is 2. So I value is what? 2. So 2 will append, I will append, or 2 will append inside what? L1. So 2 is appended inside what? L1. Okay, and it is printing what? L1. So it is printing L1. Next time this range will produce another value which is 3. Okay, so 3 will append inside what? Inside the L1 list. Okay, and it will print L1 list. So 3 is appending, also it is printing. So like that it is working. Suppose I'm executing it 6 time. I mean 6 time values we are generating. So 4 and 5 it will generate. Okay, 4 and 5. So it will come something like this. Right? Are you understanding clearly, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we don't want to print. Suppose I don't want to print this result, like each time I don't want to print. I want to print when this list filled with all element. So when it will come outside the for loop, when our program flow will come outside the for loop, then I want to print the list. Otherwise, at each iterable it is printing. Each iterable it is printing. I don't want to print at each iterable. Final result I want to print only. Okay, so how we can do it? I can keep it outside the for loop. So now you will get the final result only. Okay, this is how we are getting only final result, not each time we are printing. Okay, now the last question, the last thing, then next things we will discuss in further class. My question is, can anyone tell me how can I filter out the values from here? I just want to display, I just want to display only the even values, or see, I'm creating here two lists. One is odd list I'm creating, one is even list I'm creating. Okay, one is even list I'm creating. Okay, whatever odd values are there, I want to store inside the odd list. Whatever even values are there, I want to store inside the even list. But I don't know the logic. Can you please help me to figure out the logic of this problem, for this problem? Anyone? What we can do? Suppose let me give little big number. Let me take 101. Okay, so means now we have these much values. I want to create two lists out of these values. I want to keep odd values inside the odd list, even values inside even list. Let me see how many of you are there in meeting. Okay, okay, most of the students are there, no problem. Okay, can anyone tell me, when I print, see, I want, when I print odd, when I print odd list, it will display only odd values. When I print even list, it will print even values. So can anyone tell me? So if I will print here, so see, odd list is empty and even list is also empty. So I want to fill it with values. Yes, any logic?
Sir, for even numbers, it should be divisible by 2 and remainder should be 0.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what can we write something like this? Let me just remove this append here. Can we apply condition on adding? So before adding, can we write condition like if I modulus 2 is equals to 0? If I is a number which is completely divisible by 2, so can we say that number is even number? So what we will do, we will append such number. Okay, we will append such number which is divisible by 2 in which list? In even list. Okay, so what I will write, even dot append. And what you want to append? Just I want to append. Suppose your I is not divisible by 2, then what will happen? Just go to the else part. If you are not divisible by 2, then go to the else part. And in
Yes.
else part, we will collect that number in odd list. Okay, so we will write here odd dot append. And what you want to append? I simply. Okay, just before printing, let me just write one message, odd. Okay, odd list. Okay, and here let me just write one message, even list. Okay, so let me just execute it. So see, it has filter out. So in odd list containing all the values which are odd, and even list containing all the I values which are even, which are divisible by 2. Are you understanding? See, I want a star line between this odd list and even list in order to better representation. So how can I do it? Can anyone tell me? I want to print one line, star line. How can I print? Can I write like this? I don't want to repeat the star like this, but I will. So star symbol, I will multiply it by like 77. Okay, so means what I am trying to say, print, repeat this symbol how many times? 77 times. So see, and I want to just write some empty print nothing but, what is the mean of empty print? New line. Okay, or we can say, or \n. Empty print is nothing but new line. Empty print acts as a new line. Okay, so let me just execute it. So this is how our result is coming. This is odd list and this is the even list. So I hope you guys are understanding. Do you have any question, anyone? Does anyone have any question?
No
Sir, I
question, sir.
wanted to ask what is for loop?
Okay, what is for loop? So for loop is used to repeat the values. Okay, so like how for loop repeats, let me just tell you. Okay, for is used to repeat values or statement. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here for I in range. Okay, and in range I'm writing here 1 11 1. Okay, so you can understand 1 is a start point, 11 is a stop point, and 1 is a step point. Okay, after that I will write here colon. So when you write here colon, it will become block. Okay, I already discussed in previous lectures about block and this indentation. Okay, so for example, here I'm writing, who is asking this question? May I know your name? May I know your
Yes,
name?
sir.
Nasser. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here Nasser. Okay, so I have written this Nasser inside which, inside the for loop. So this for loop will repeat this statement. This for loop repeats this statement how many times? It will repeat it 10 times, because stop value. See, what is the stop value? Nasser, what is the stop value here? In range, what is the stop value?
Sir, it is 1.
Stop value.
Oh, 11, 11, sir.
Stop value is 11. So if stop value is 11, so it will generate how many values? 1 2 3 4 5 6
Sir,
7
up to
8
10.
9 and 10. It will go up to 10. So 10 time it will print your name. Okay, so it is printing 10 times your name. Okay, so I want to print numbers also. Okay, I want to print numbers also. So here see, it is generating numbers. This range function generating number or not? Range function generating number is 1, then 2, and then 3. It is generating or not? It is generating. Okay, and these numbers are storing in I variable. So if I will print I by with your name, if I print I with your name, so it will print 1 Nasser, and second time it will print 2 Nasser. Like that it will print up to 10 times. So it is printing like this, right? Okay, so I want to print when I is even. I want to print Nasar when I is even. So I can write condition for printing. Okay, so when I value is modulus 2, then only print Nasar. Otherwise don't print. Okay, otherwise don't print. So what it is printing? When I value is 2, then it is printing Nasar. When I value is 4, it is printing what? Nasar. Okay, I value is 6, it is printing Nasar. But when I value is not even, I want to print what? I want to print here Python. Okay, so when I value will be 1, it will print Python. Whenever I value will 2, so it will print your name. So when I value is 1, it is printing Python. When I value is 2, it is printing your name. But why it is not printing 1 when it is printing Python? Because I am not printing I value. So if you want to print 1, so here we will write I and comma, because I containing whatever the values generated by the range function. This range function is generating these values. Okay, and these values hold by I, right? Okay, so it is printing like this. So see, so if you will ask here what is here for, so for here is what? For is a keyword. For is what? Keyword. And if you will ask like I is what? I is what? I is a variable. Okay, and what is in is what? Membership operator. Okay, and range is what? Range is what? Range having 3 parameter: start, stop and step. So what is range? Range is a data type. Okay, okay, collection data type we can say, right? And if is what? Condition, and based on condition we are printing this. And for is used to repeat the values or statement. So whatever you will write inside the for loop, it will repeat. But if you will go outside the for loop, like by, okay, so this by will not repeat, right? If I will give the space, so it is coming under the for loop, so this by will also repeat. Okay, whenever this for loop will execute, by will also print. So if I will keep outside the for loop, then it will not print. So see, so it is printing Python, then your name up to 10 times after once the for loop finished, and it is printing by. Okay, so if I will keep it inside the for loop, so it will repeat. This by will also repeat. Okay, so by is also repeating. So what does it mean? For loop is what? For loop is used for repetition. Whatever is outside the for loop, that value will not repeat. Understood, Nasser?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Yes, if you will regular in classes, then definitely slowly you can learn. Okay, like in one go we cannot learn so many things, and I discussed so many things in this lecture today. So if you will access the video of this lecture, or if you will access the recording, so means you need to revise the concept. If somewhere you are forgetting, you can take help of the recorded video. But if you will be regular in like classes, so then definitely you will learn new concept. And I'm telling you honestly, I'm telling you, whatever I'm teaching here, it is not for writing exam, it is directly for cracking the interviews. And I am the example who is cracking interviews based on whatever knowledge I am providing you. That knowledge is helping me as well. Okay, it is not like I'm teaching you in traditional way, and whatever thing I'm teaching you, that the same thing I asked by interviewers so many times to me. Okay, so definitely, if you will uh, do hustle, if you will be hardworking, and if you will show the interest to learn new concept, new things, and if you will give your valuable time, then definitely you will learn new things. By consistency you can learn so many things. in any language, right? So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for giving your valuable time. Thanks for listening patiently. Okay, and if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will continue our class. We don't have class tomorrow. Okay, on 15th we have class. Okay, tomorrow is like Pongal holiday festival, so we will continue our class from 15. 15 is fine.
Yes,
Mamta,
sir.
Sai Lakshmi, 15 is fine, or you want more holiday?
No, it's
Fine,
fine.
sir.
Is it?
Fine, sir, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so we will continue our class on 15. Okay, 14 is holiday, means tomorrow is holiday. All right. Anyone want to ask anything?
No, sir. Nothing.
No, sir.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, guys. Okay, bye, everyone.